is Monday, December 14th, so it'll be posted tomorrow, Tuesday, December 15th. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Today what we're going to focus on in class is the tension that we have in our necks, upper shoulders, top of the shoulders, and trying to really just loosen all this up from your neck on down to your shoulders, front of the shoulder, back of the shoulder. So try and create some more space here, some more mobility, and also building some strength. I don't know about you guys, but all my tension, stress, everything sits from like my ear on down to my shoulder and then wrapped around to between my shoulder blades, between my scapula. So this class is going to address all of that and also help you feel real good. So go ahead, start off. What you're going to need for class today, you will need some blocks to raise the floor to you. And we'll also hit eagle pose at some point, so you will need a chair or a wall if you need some help with balance. So that is it, and then your mat, obviously. So go ahead, start off. We're going to start off laying down. Lay however is comfortable for you. I gotta find my phone, sorry, I left it over here, wrong spot. So start off laying however is comfortable. If you want your knees propped up on a bolster or some blankets, you can. You want to just be flat in like a shavasana, if you want to be in supta baddha konasana, whatever feels good for you, but just lay down. Let the outside world go. And bring your awareness onto yourself and onto your breathing. So my quote for today is, never regret the kindness you showed somebody who didn't deserve it. They did you wrong, you did them right, and for that you should be proud. Never regret the kindness you showed somebody who didn't deserve it. They did you wrong, you did them right, and for that you should be proud. And I just really love that quote. It's about taking the higher road, being the better person. You're going to come across people all over the place, people close to you, people that you just pass on the street who aren't going to be kind. And it sometimes may be hard to extend the kindness back to them even though they didn't deserve it. But I promise you that when you do extend that kindness back to the stranger who, cut you off in the parking lot, to a family member who made you feel upset, and they may have, belittled you or didn't appreciate something you did, or to a boss who doesn't appreciate what you do, or whatever. There's all kinds of situations, right? But when you extend that kindness back, when somebody who so didn't deserve it, not only are you going to make them think twice about how they treated you, but man, are you going to feel good that you rose above. You took the high road. They went low, you went high. And I think that's what ends up making this world a better place. When we behave better, it inspires others to behave better. And I think, again, that's what creates change, that's what creates positivity. And like I said, that's what creates a better world for us to live in, to raise our children in, to inspire others. So again, be kind to everyone, even if they don't deserve it. Take a couple more breaths right where you're at. And then I want you, first pose, reach your arms up overhead. Full body stretch, stretch, stretch. So first pose, we're stretching the underarm part of the shoulder. So reach, 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 reach. Go long with those arms, go long with those legs. Take a breath or two here. Sorry, I got a tickle in my throat. And then lower those arms down by your sides. Go ahead and bend those knees up. And you're going to shift your hips to the left. And you're going to roll all the way over on your right side. So you're all the way on that right shoulder. Your knees are stacked, your legs are stacked, hips are stacked. Arms are stacked as well. We've done this pose before, where you're just going to slowly start to peel that left arm back across your body. And I love this pose because it's a great front of the chest opener for that left shoulder right now. So take a couple breaths here. Just enjoy. And then next inhale, bring that arm back up and over. Stack those arms. Slowly roll back onto your back. Shift the hips back to center. Adjust yourself. And then you're going to shift your hips a little bit to the right. And then roll all the way over on your left side this time. Stack the legs, stack the hips, stack the arms. And then when you're ready, slowly pull that right arm back across your body. Reach it out to a T. And again, now you're opening up the front of that right shoulder. And I just love this pose. I try to do this every morning, either before I get out of bed or soon after I get out of bed, just because it just feels so good and it wakes me up and makes my body feel great. And then next inhale, reach that right arm back up over, stack on top of the left. Go ahead and roll back onto your back. Shift back to center. Stomp your feet a few times. And then you have the option, you can roll off to your right side and then push yourself up to a seat, or you can rock and roll forward and back and come up to a seated position, whatever feels better for you. So, we're just going to do a couple, just get the shoulders going a little bit more. So what I want you to do first is I want you to, I'm going to push this chair aside so I end up hitting it and then I'll hold back. Take your arms out to a T. Clasp your hands in front of you. Then push those palms away, turning the palms away from you. And then reach those arms up as high as they'll go. So reach them up, but don't have your shoulders go up. The shoulders stay, down your back. But you reach up through, oh, that tickled my throat, I'm so sorry. Reach up through your arms. Take a breath or two here. And then next exhale, release the hands, lower the arms out and down, just shake it on out a little bit. Take those arms back out to a T. Cross the right arm on top. Bend at the elbows. This is the first time we're going to do eagle arms. So if you double rack, fine. If you don't, just bring the forearms together. And keep the forearms away from your face. So not close to your face, forearms away from your face. And then I just want you to lift those elbows up, maybe an inch or two. So you're parallel, lift them up an inch or two. And then just here, sort of round the upper body and drop your chin to your chest. Just gets to the in-between part of your shoulders. So you're kind of getting like a little mini cat pose. Inhale, lift the head up, come back up. Exhale, release the bind. Lower arm down, shake it out. Same thing, second time, arms come out to a T. Wrap the left arm on top of right. Bend the forearms together. Again, you want the forearms away from your face. And then you're going to raise the elbows an inch or two up. Then once you are there, go ahead and round your head towards your chest and maybe round the upper back a little bit. So again, it gets between those shoulder blades. A mini cat pose here. Take a breath or two. And then inhale, lift the gaze up. Exhale, release the arms. Go ahead and lower on down. Shake it on out. Oh, that feels so good in my shoulders. Yay! And then I want you to just grab your hands. I just want you to reach your arms back behind you. And then if you can grab one hand, grab one wrist, or the opposite. Ideally, I like if you could do opposite elbows. It doesn't have to be all the way up to the elbow. You could be like hand to forearm or stack the wrists. But just sit here, look however like it is that you're being nice and broad across your chest. And again, sit nice and tall. And throughout this whole class, whenever we're doing any kind of broadening across the front of the chest, the tendency is always that the head drops forward. I really want you to focus on keeping that chin and that head up, chin parallel to the floor. Because that's when we're looking down at our phones or our devices all the time, that we create this motion where our head is constantly going forward. So we want to reverse that. Keep that head and neck upright, chin parallel to the floor. And then go ahead and release that bind, shake it on out. And then inhale, reach those arms out and up. Exhale your hands to your heart. And again, inhale, reach out and up. Exhale your hands to your heart center. One more time. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale your hands to your heart. Close your eyes. Set your intention for today's practice. And then gently blink your eyes to open. Shoot those arms back up. Take the right arm forward, left arm back, just for a quick open arm twist. And then inhale, back up. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm back, open arm twist. And then inhale, both arms back up. Look up at your hands, wiggle them. And then exhale, the arms out and down. Come back by your sides. And then come into your tabletop position. I don't have a hair pony. I was going to tie my hair back, but I don't have a hair pony. Okay, we'll just work with it. So you're in your tabletop position. Just shake your hips out a little bit. And then I want you to curl your toes under and then slowly press your hips up and back, coming to your downward facing dog. So if you want to be your dog on your blocks, you can. If you want to be on your mat, that's fine too. But just come into your downward facing dog. And just take a couple breaths in your dog. Just enjoy it. You may want to walk your dog out. You may want to be still. Whatever feels good for you. Just take a couple breaths there. And then if you're walking your dog, come back to stillness. You're going to look forward at your hands and you're going to step your right foot forward. You can do a big step or you can do a couple baby steps. Then drop the back knee down. You can bring your hands to your blocks and come on up. You're going to lean deep into that front knee for Anjaneyasana or crane pose. If you can reach your arms up, great. If not, keep them on your blocks. Next option is to get that shoulder opener. Again, you're going to lower your arms out to the sides and down. Turn your palms forward. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Take a breath or two here. A little back bend, a big shoulder opener. If your arms are down, inhale, slowly lift them back up. And then exhale your hands to your blocks or the mat. And then go ahead and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale in your dog. And then exhale, step that left foot forward between your hands. Drop that back knee down. You can grab your blocks again and bring your hands to your blocks. Lean deep into that left knee, opening up that right hip flexor. You can keep your hands on your blocks or you can reach them on up. And you are more than welcome to stay here. If you want to get the shoulder opening, go ahead and swing those arms out to the side, bringing the palms facing forward. Squeeze those shoulder blades back, keeping your chin parallel. Take a couple breaths here. If your arms are down, inhale, reach them back up. Exhale your hands back to your blocks. And then go ahead and step that back foot forward this time, ending in a forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back. Exhale and fold. Inhale, flat back, lift up halfway. Exhale and back. Inhale, lift up one more time, flat back. This time go ahead and goalpost your arms or take them out to scarecrow. And again, squeeze those shoulder blades together, pulling the belly in. So my back is nice and flat, my belly is pulling in, I'm squeezing those shoulder blades together. I'm looking straight down at the floor. Keep breathing here. And then exhale, release and fold back down. Inhale. Exhale, slowly begin to roll back up to a stand, reaching those arms out and up. Exhale to mountain pose. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, reach up. One more, have sun salute. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reach all the way up to a stand. Reaching those arms out and up. Exhale, back to mountain pose. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale and fold. This time go ahead and step back to your downward facing dog. Come into your dog. And then go ahead and look forward at your hands, and you're going to step your right foot forward. So a big giant step or a couple little steps. And you're going to ground that back foot down to your warrior 2 foot. You can bring your hands to your blocks first if you'd like, and then we're all going to cartwheel up into our warrior 2 pose. So reaching long through those arms. Then you are going to take your right arm, or you're going to bring your arms in front, crossing the right arm under the left. Bend at the elbows, coming to eagle arms, number 2. Keep those forearms away from your face again. And then you're going to tilt your arms, so I'm like this in my warrior 2. You're going to tilt your arms to the left a little bit. They're not going to go far. Tilt them to the left a little bit, and then tilt your head to the right. So this gets a huge stretch up the side of that neck. It feeds on up into your ear, which is a great, I love doing this because it hits all those spots where all my tension and tightness hides. So take a breath or two here. Bring the head back to normal or neutral, arms back to neutral. Release the arms back out into your warrior 2 arms. Go ahead and hinge forward, rest that right forearm on your leg, reach that left arm up over your ear, and then you're going to swing that arm down, around, and back up, and then down, around, and back up, and one more time, down, around, and back up. Inhale, come back to warrior 2. Exhale, you're going to cartwheel your arms back on down to your blocks or your mats, and you're going to step back into your downward facing dog. Again, hands can stay on the blocks or they can be on the mat, whatever feels better for you. Take a breath in, take a breath out. Then next inhale, you're going to step your left foot forward between your hands. Ground that back foot into your warrior 2 foot. And come on up into your warrior 2, reaching long with those arms. I'm going to turn sideways again. So this time you're going to cross the arms in front. Left arm is going to be under the right this time. Bend, come into your eagle arms. Keep the forearms away from your face. Then this time you're going to tilt your arms to the right a little bit and tilt your left ear to left shoulder. You can take a few breaths here. It's a beautiful, beautiful stretch all the way from that, behind that right ear, all the way along the neck into the shoulder. Head and neck come back to neutral, so do the arms. Reach those arms back out to a T. Bring your left forearm to your left thigh, reach that right arm up over ear. And then we got our 3 swings. So swing that arm down, around, and back up. And then down, around, and back up. And then one more time, down, around, back up. Come back to your warrior two. Cartwheel your arms on down. And then go ahead and step back into your downward facing dog again. Take an inhale here. And an exhale. Inhale, look forward at your hands. Step that right foot forward again. Ground the back foot again. Come to your, bring your hands to your blocks, or you can come on cartwheel all the way up into your warrior two. So I'm going to turn sideways again. So this time what I want you to do is I want you to take your left arm, and I just want you to wrap it behind your back. So just take it behind your back. So your forearm is like across your back. If it doesn't reach all the way across, that's fine. If it just reaches here, that's great. I just want it so it gets really broad and shoulder opening to that left shoulder. So wherever your range of motion is, and go slowly too, don't just crank it on back. Go nice and slow. See how far the arm goes, where you feel the pull or the stretch, and then hang out there. And then just in your one-armed warrior two. Then you're gonna straighten that front knee. You're gonna start to hinge at your hips, and you're gonna come into a one-arm triangle. So you can reach for the block, either in front or in back of that foot. And usually, I shouldn't say usually, most times people wanna look up at that top, or at the top arm, but the top arm is not there. So we're also focusing on being gentle to our necks. So let's look down at our right foot. Be easy on our necks. So you get the broad opening across that left shoulder and a stretch across the back of that neck. Then inhale, come back up to your bound warrior two. Release that left arm back to a full warrior two. Then go ahead and pivot your feet so that they're parallel, either to the sides of your mat or so you're in a wide-legged stance. And your feet are parallel to the earth. And you're going to want to have your blocks or a block in front of you. You got your hands right underneath your head. And then you're going to take your right hand and you're going to take a giant step forward. So your hand can be on the block or it can be on the mat. I'm going to go down onto the floor because it raises me up too high. So your hands are right under. Take the right hand a giant step forward. Actually, I'll turn sideways so they look better sideways. So you're here like this. Right hand goes forward. Then you're going to take your left hand and you're going to tuck it behind. Switching back. Left hand's going to tuck behind that right hand, and it's going to reach for that right either calf, shin, whatever it can grab a hold of. If it cannot grab a hold of anything, just keep reaching it through. Then you're going to need to bend that left knee and keep reaching, reaching, reaching through. So you get the back of the scapula opening up there. If you are able to grab onto that right shin, you're going to pull with that right hand and resist with the leg up. So it activates that shoulder. Then release that left hand, bring it back on out, straighten that left knee, walk the hands back underneath your head. And then you're going to take that left hand a giant step forward. So I'm going to turn sideways again. So your hands underneath your head, left hand goes a giant step forward. Then, with that left hand giant step forward, you're going to take the right arm and you're going to tuck it underneath that left and reach it towards that right calf or shin. If it cannot reach, that's fine. Just keep reaching that arm through. If it can reach, go ahead and grab onto that shin. And then you're going to bend that right knee. And you're going to use that left arm, or that right arm rather, and start to pull at that left shin. So it activates that pull, again, building strength in that scapula area on the right. Inhale, release the hand back out, straighten both knees. Then go ahead and toe heel the feet back together. Back together, back together, back together. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Go ahead and step back to your downward facing dog. And then inhale, you're gonna step your left foot forward between your hands. You're gonna ground that back foot to a warrior 2 foot. You can bring your hands first to your blocks and then cartwheel up into your warrior 2 on the left side. So you gotta finish the other side, right? So warrior 2 on the left. So again, you're gonna take that right arm, woo, and just tuck it behind your back. It could be here, it can go all the way behind, it could go somewhere in the middle. Wherever it goes, so that you feel that opening across the front of that right shoulder. Take a breath or two here. Then you're gonna straighten that left leg, hinge at your hips, coming into a half bound triangle pose, reaching that left hand for the block, either in front or in back of the foot. And then, like I said, we usually look up at the top hand. The top hand is not there, and we want to be gentle on our neck, so we're going to look down at that left foot. Then inhale, come back up to your half bound warrior 2. Extend that right arm, coming back into a full warrior 2. And then you're going to cartwheel your arms out and down. Cartwheel, cartwheel, cartwheel. You're going to step that front foot back to meet your right, coming to down dog. And then you're going to slowly drop down to your knees. Take those knees wide, toes together, and push into a child's pose for a few breaths. Ah. Reach long while you're in your child's pose. It's nice to be very relaxed in our child's pose, but I want you to try and keep the arms active. So spread your fingertips wide, reach long with the arms, and almost make like your hands are trying to pull the mat towards your body. So really keep those arms nice and active. It keeps the arms active all the way up into the shoulders. And this is what we're focusing on, is the shoulder, the strength, the mobility, the flexibility. And then totally relax your arms, let the elbows rest. And then if you have your blocks handy, go ahead and put your blocks on the flat setting, the lowest setting. So low setting, keep your legs in child's pose, and just rest your hands on top of those blocks. So now you're getting a huge stretch to the underarm part of the shoulder. If this is enough for you, stay here. If you want to feel a little bit deeper, flip your blocks to the medium setting. And then again, go ahead and fold on down. Hands stay on top of the blocks. A little bit greater opening to the underarms. If that's enough for you, still stay there. If you want to go a little bit more, you can take your blocks to the high setting. Hands stay on the blocks, then go ahead and fold, creating a little bit more opening in those shoulders, and let the head fall through. Slowly remove your hands off the blocks for whatever setting they're on. Set the blocks aside. And then come on up into your tabletop position. Shake it on out. And then I want you to slowly lower your body all the way down onto your tummy. So you can just whittle on down, or you can chaturanga down if you know how to do chaturanga. And then just come all the way down, rest your forehead on your stacked hands. Wiggle your hips a little bit. So we're going to do a couple back bends here, but they're also great shoulder openings. We're going to come into a couple variations of locust pose. So first and foremost, I want you to take your arms down by your sides, palms facing down. And you're just going to lift your head, lift your shoulders, lift the arms, the hands, and then lift the feet up. Keep your gaze down at the floor. Not that you're letting your head fall and be heavy, but I don't want you creating your neck either. So be looking down at your mat, but still keep that, like there's a string pulling your back of your head up like that. Take a couple breaths. And then exhale, release everything down. Go ahead and wiggle your hips. This time, go ahead and goal post those arms out to a T. Or goal post the arms out to the side, sorry. And then again, you're going to inhale, lift the head and chest, lift those arms, lift those legs. Again, your gaze stays looking down and your head still lifts up, but you're not craning your neck, you're not letting the head fall either. And then exhale, release on down. Shake it on out. So you can go back to one of those previous locust poses we did with the goalpost arms or the arms down by your sides. Or if you want to do one that's a little bit more challenging for the shoulders and a strength builder for those shoulders and arms, you can lift the head, lift the chest, reach your arms out long in front of you like Superman arms, and then come into your locust pose. And then exhale everything down, stack your hands, wiggle your hips. And then you're going to come into Sphinx pose. So go ahead and take your elbows right underneath your shoulders. Your forearms are parallel to each other. Your fingers are spread nice and wide. You're squeezing through your belly, squeezing through your bums. You're not just dumping your shoulders and your low back. You're supporting yourself upright. Now what I want you to do is, I want you to take your right arm and bring it out to a goalpost arm, out to the side. And then you're going to move that elbow like an inch or two towards the top of the mat. So it's parallel to you, moving an inch towards the top of the mat. Your left hand's going to go underneath your shoulder, and you're just going to slowly roll off to your right side. This is a huge front of the shoulder, pec muscle opener. You can let your head fall if you like. Top leg kind of either stacks on top of the right. You can fling back for balance, a counterbalance, and hang in the air. If you can touch down behind you, you can touch down behind you. Or focusing on the shoulder. Next inhale, slowly roll back to center. Go ahead and come back into your Sphinx pose. So again, elbows are right underneath the shoulders, arms are parallel to forearms are parallel to each other, fingers are spread nice and wide, squeezing through the belly, squeezing through the bum. And then this time you'll take your left arm out to a goalpost arm, then slide that elbow an inch or two towards the top of your mat, pull the right hand underneath your shoulder, and then you're slowly again going to roll off to the left side this time. And then next inhale, slowly roll back. Go ahead and stack those hands together. Rest your forehead on your hands. Wiggle your hips a little bit. And then take a deep breath in here. And a deep breath out. Go ahead and bring your hands underneath your shoulders. And then go ahead and press onto all fours. And come all the way over into a close like a child's pose, just to release the low back. And inhale, slowly come back up the tabletop. You're going to step through to stand up and coming back into a forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back. Exhale and bow. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly begin to roll back up to a stand, reaching your arms out and up. Exhale to mountain pose. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more time. Deep breath in. deep breath out. So go ahead and grab your chair or find your wall. So we're going to do some balance now. So now we're going to come, we did eagle arms, 2 different variations. So now we're going to do eagle pose with the arms. So you have your chair, your left hand on your chair. Your weight is going to shift to your left foot. You're going to bend both knees, coming into a little chair pose. Take that right knee, cross it all the way over the left. You can stay right here if this is enough for you. If you want to try and hover for some balance, you certainly can. If you want to take the arms out or up, you certainly can. If you want to do the eagle arms, you are going to take the right arm and you will, right arm wraps under, sorry, I had to think about that a minute, underneath the left and come into eagle arms. Again, you want the forearms away from your face, not close like this. Keep them away and find some balance. If you're in eagle arms or have your arms out or up, slowly lower them back to the chair, straighten the left knee, uncross the right, walk it on out. I'm just going to shift my chair to the other side. So this time all the weight comes into the right foot, so go ahead and bend both knees. Take the left knee, cross it over the right. Then you can try and hover for balance. To reach the arms out, you can reach them up, they can come to prayer. If you want to do full eagle, you will wrap the left arm underneath the right arm this time. Find your balance. Keep your posture tall. Pull the belly in. If your arms are in eagle arms or they're up or out, slowly lower them back to the chair. Straighten that right knee, uncross the left, walk it on out a little bit. And you could set your chair aside because that was all the balancing we're going to do. And then go ahead and grab your blocks. I have one more pose before we come back to a seat. Put your blocks on the high setting in front of you. Take your legs about as wide as your mat. Come up, stand nice and tall, hands on hips. And I want you to go ahead and bend your knees. Keep your knees here. Then I want you to take your arms, goalpost arms, and I want you to resist like you're resisting through quicksand. Push up and then sink your hips a little lower. So you're not coming into a full malasana, but you're in kind of like a modified goddess squat. But keep pushing those arms up, activating those shoulders to build some strength. Keep pulling, pushing. And then when you go to straighten your knees, you're going to pull down through resistance, coming back to your goalpost arms. So we're going to do that again. So when you, same time you bend your knees, you're going to push up through resistance. So go ahead, push up, resist. Hold it here, take a breath or two, keep resisting up. And then next, exhale, pull down through quicksand. Come back to your goalpost. Shake your hips out a little bit. We're going to do that one more time, guys, okay? So when you're ready, inhale, bend those knees, resist, pushing up, push up. Keep pushing. Keep breathing. And then next, exhale, pull down, straighten those knees. And then go ahead and fold, reach your hands towards your blocks. Let your head fall and be heavy. Take a breath or two here. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back. Keep the left hand planted. You're going to twist and reach that right arm up to the sky. And then exhale that right hand down. Same thing, second side. Twist and reach that left arm up to the sky. Exhale that left hand down. Go ahead and toe heel your feet back together. Bring your hands to your hips. And then slowly with a straight spine, come back up to a stand. Shake everything up. Set your blocks aside. And we're just going to come into tabletop. Tabletop. Your table, and I just want you to take your hands a big giant step forward. big giant step, and then push your hips up and back like you're coming into puppy dog pose. You can let your head fall and be heavy. Just one more shoulder stretch here because it feels so good. And then next inhale, take the hands back towards you. Come back to tabletop. Go ahead and come have a seat. Sit on your bum bum. And then stretch your legs out nice and long. Bring that right ankle across over the left knee. Sit up nice and tall. Reach those arms on up, again, because we're focusing on shoulders. And then I want you to lean forward, keeping your spine long. Keep reaching those arms long. So we're getting into those hips, but we're building strength in our shoulders still. Keep breathing, keeping the spine long. Then drop the hands, but still keep leaning forward. Still get a little bit more stretch in the hip. And then next inhale, walk the hands back up, uncross the legs, shake it on out. Then take the left ankle, cross over right knee. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, lean forward, keeping the spine long. Don't round, keep the spine long, keep those arms up. Again, we're building some strength here. Then next exhale, drop those hands, but still keep leaning forward, spine nice and long. And then next inhale, walk the hands back on up, uncross the leg, shake it on out. Oh, and then come lay down on your backs, knees bent, rock the knees side to side. And then bring the feet and knees together, cross the right knee over the left, drop both knees off to the left, and swing those arms to the right. Inhale, come back to center, uncross that right knee, stomp your feet a little bit. Take the left knee all the way over the right, drop both knees to the right, swing your arms to the left. And inhale, back to center, uncross the left knee, step it out a little bit. Pull both knees into your chest, take the arms out to a T, palms facing up. Stretch your legs up to the sky for a breath or two. And then bend the knees in one at a time. Lower the feet down one at a time. And then stretch your legs down long. Maybe pull your arms closer to your body a bit. And begin to settle yourself in for Shavasana. You're able to stay here a little longer, please, please, please do so. If you need to get moving, begin to deepen your breath. Make some small movements with the fingers and the toes. Go ahead and reach your arms up overhead, legs down long, full body stretch. And then bend the knees up, shift the hips to the left and roll off to your right side. Pause there for a breath or two. And then when you're ready, come back to a comfortable seated position. Keeping your eyes closed. Bring your hands to your heart center. Thank you guys for practicing with me here today. I greatly, greatly appreciate all your love and all your support. And remember, you'll never regret being kind to somebody who was unkind to you. You are being the kinder person. You are being the bigger person. You are going high when they go low. And that's something you should be proud of. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. And may your mind be at ease. Together we bow and say, Namaste. Thank you guys so much. Have a good rest of your day. I hope you're having a good start to your week. I love and miss you all so much, and I'm sending you lots of love and hugs. Take care, guys. Bye. Love ya.